Hey people, it's me again. So, anyways, one of the things that I wanted to talk about here, as far as that goes, is that when it came to my manifestation journey, um, pertaining to that particular specific person, J2, that I talked about, and in a way, I feel like everything was like working out in my favor, even if I don't see it in a way, and even if it was going in the opposite direction, because that was kind of like the whole point of like when you're manifesting a specific person, it's always gonna be something like that, and the fact that I knew that there was going to be like a falling out between me and J2, for whatever reason it may be, and and then the fact was, I just wanted to put him on the back burner anyways, because I feel like he's just not really at the right mental or emotional space for me to have a relationship with him at that point. Because after all, he just lost his husband about a year prior to that, and then ended up getting with like another guy that was like a roommate with benefits sort of thing, and that lasted about a year until the roommate with benefits had passed away, just about 18 months ago. And then here he was like starting to date somebody, not even year after the roommate with benefits had passed away. And then the irony of all that was like the boyfriend has the same name as me, and so it's just the whole thing when we say like our specific person wants us more than we want them is like, and that is like the proof when it came to my SP, J2 there, that he wanted me more than I wanted him, and the fact that dating a guy that has the same name as me, and then the whole proof, as I said before, is his tattoos, because I kept visualizing him getting more tattoos, and he got the same kind of tattoos at that point, as I mentioned earlier about it, but still, it's like, as I said before, it would be nice to have him, as something more than a friend or whatnot, but I'm in no rush to have him that way, because there's all these other people out here, that I can also get with, and yeah, I could wait forever, when it comes to J2, but at the same time, I'm also gonna be seeing who else is here, and that's always like the thing when it comes to manifesting our specific person at that point is, and it's always like, it's always when we take our energy back into us and all of this, and and then they start to want us more, but I think of it as like the analogy of like when like our energy is like a cord, and when we're pulling it back towards us, the SP is going to be pulled along with it, and in a way it's like that we all are always connected to our SPs, regardless of what it is, regardless of what the circumstances may be, and And this was like one of the things I had said many times about it there, that I'm okay with not having J2 in my life at all, because there's still the guy from Finland that I talked about. There's still, that one guy that I had a good time with, just about a year ago, and then another guy and another guy and another guy at that point. And so it's just something that, as I said before about it, I'm like, when it came to like J2 for that matter, I'm like, and it's one of those little things that as I say before about it, is like when you do all the work on yourself, and then it's like you have all those choices there, and if you don't want your SP anymore, then that's okay, because there are other options out there. And then so it's like, if I decide on that I don't want J2 back in my life ever, because he's a loser, he's in blah 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 about the sort, and that's perfectly fine, because then I can manifest anybody for that matter. It's like I can get with what's his name, Daniel Franzetti, if I want. As far as that goes, there's someone who's actually an actor and all that, than someone who's just the aspiring actor type, like Eloy at that time. But still, it's like I have all the time in the world to figure anybody out and all. And so, anyways, guess that's probably it. So, talk to you guys later.